Yeah. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah.
Italia, Italia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Italia, Italia. Italia,
First, I just want to apologize for playing that white supremacy. This is a Jericho State Show!
welcome to the revolution.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Jericho Shea Show. I just feel like I had to start the show with that silliness. Everyone's so freaking triggered right now, but on the left, it's freaking unbelievable regarding this Italian election and everything I've ever read today, especially coming from the left, is like talking about how far right this person is. You're just like, okay. You know, they call me far right, so I mean, it's just like so stupid. When you don't have a category for someone, you just try to categorize them the best way you can, and they feel like that's the best diss they can think of because, you know, racist, homophobe, transphobe, these words are meaningless nowadays, and so this is the best they can come up with. Pop the corks, and on some non-alcoholic cider, it's time to get the shiznits hizzy. Yes, I am sponsored by a Pellegrino. Oh, geez. Wait, is Pellegrino from... Is it from Italy? Yes!
Italia, 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 Italia.
Papa says, I legitimately love it when an entire country decides to take a massive turn on World Economic Forum punchbowl. God, me too, man. Honestly, reading that news this morning, and you're seeing it with Sweden now too, but reading that news this morning was like so gratifying, but especially because of how many people were just genuinely freaking out about what's going on, and just, again, they have no category, you know? It's just like with me. They feel like if they make fun of Trump that it's going to all of a sudden trigger me or something. Like, are you really serious? You think I worship that dude? I don't give a crap. Like... it's just so silly. There's no, but this is perfect though. This is coming. It smells like success, a little nutty. Yes. You can smell the nuts in the Pellegrino. All right. I like Fox News. It's this title. Not the corporation. U.S. media erupts over Italy's first female prime minister with Mussolini comparisons. Dude, I read it all day from Vox, MSNBC, CNN, Vice. I mean, the list goes on. I did a video on TikTok that's kind of blowing up right now where they just immediately say, this far-right extremist is about to be elected. It's like, of course. Start with the fear-mongering, you know, especially for us Americans that aren't really following what's going on in Europe, especially with their politics, especially with what is far right and what is far left for them. Just like they just want to freak everyone out. It's like, oh my God, it's Trump, it's Hitler, it's everyone combined. It's the worst of the worst of the worst. And this woman is essentially God, family, country. So, of course, they equate it to Mussolini. Italy is set to have this first ever female prime minister, Giorgia Meloni. You would think they'd be celebrating this, the first ever female. God, let's have a good time. I identify as far middle. That means you're on the right. It's not a moment of happiness. American media outlets normally celebrate the glass ceiling breakthroughs. You would think people like, I don't know, Hillary Clinton would come out and say, wow, at least one country gets it right, or something like that. No pun intended. Gets it right. Oh my God, I'm on a freaking roll. It's Monday, people. Meloni, leader of the right-wing Brothers of the Italian political party, Mamma Casso Fai, appeared to track on to win Italy's election on Sunday. I'm a center-leaning centrist. I don't even know what I call myself anymore. I'm just like, I want other people just to tell me what I am, because I just want freedom. So, and whatever means necessary. And I want, a capitalist society where everyone has a chance. But whatever that means. A real capitalist society, not one that bails out people. But I thought this was funny too, is even right now, freaking Benny Johnson, Patriot Italians they're ripping the European Union flag and replacing it with a Italian flag chanting God, family, country. God, it's basically Mussolini in its nutshell. Italia, 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 Italia. And this is them ripping it down. Incredible. People are tired of it. People are sick of it. They're watching their countries completely falter. They're watching their money go to be completely meaningless as we speak, as the British pound is now below the dollar. I mean, it's just, people are done. People are done playing globalist politics and on the world stage. How dare those Italians actually have Italian pride? I know. Italian pride equals fascism. Just like American pride used to equal fascism. In liberals' eyes. It's just like, if you enjoy your country and you want your country to be the best, it's like, oh my God, get this freaking Hitler personality out of here. It's just so silly. As we go down the line, though, I don't know if you guys saw this. Right now, Alec Baldwin looks to be defeated as he faces criminal charges. This is just now breaking over fatal on-set shooting, offloads $29 million Hamptons home to shield his assets and protect himself. I didn't think he was going to be charged. I thought there was rules for thee, not for me kind of thing. But apparently he looks to be getting charged. I feel like this has been what I see a lot of Alec Baldwin, with him on the phone just like this. But Alec Baldwin's getting charged. Oh, you need to pull that over your nose, young sir. Oh. So, Daily Mail spotted Alec Baldwin burying his head in his hands when he answered a phone call on Monday, blah, blah, blah. He stood alone for 10 minutes, a phone call grim. He put his face... So, he's selling everything, getting rid of everything, and he will eventually be charged. Papa's saying, considering my knowledge on the subject, the odds of him intentionally shooting someone on the set of Rust seems likely. Well, yeah. You know how it is. I mean, you're a gun safety guy. It's like the minute the tool becomes in your hands, you better be prepared to be able to use it. And you better know gun safety well. Like pointing it in somebody else's face or in their direction at all is never a good thing, even if it's unloaded. God. This is gun safety 101. And definitely do not point it at somebody and then pull the trigger as a joke. It's not a good move. It usually ends up bad. And Alec Baldwin is a perfect example of that. Will he be charged? It looks to be so. Keep an eye on this. I just think it's interesting how this kind of went away and now it's coming back. But you know how our justice system is. It's very slow. The man has legit firearms experience. He has performed in movies where he discharged firearms, and the armorers of these movies train the actors of gun safety. Exactly. And with the woman that trained him, remember what she was like a super far leftist and barely knew anything that was going on at the time. And there's the girl he shot. This is him after the incident, completely, at least regretful, but at the same time, it's just you ruin someone's life and their family. And so, just because you're an actor, just because you're an elite global, a liberal elitist, doesn't mean like rules for thee. You can't still kill somebody at least. Just sad. The whole situation is sad, but you should be charged. I can't joke around with a firearm and then accidentally shoot somebody and then they're like, you know what? Don't worry about it, man. Like, what? No. Speaking of guns, I saw the story being developed over the weekend and I loved every second of it because this is the kind of story that leftists and, liberals especially, maybe not leftists because leftists are pro-gun, but liberals especially don't have a category for this. Take your blank home. Heavily armed black rights groups march through Austin, Texas, chanting anti-illegal migrant slogans, demands Biden close the border, and calls for reparations to be paid now. Why do you need reparations? We're giving another $100 million to Ukraine. Here are some of the black armed militias. I love it. I don't care. March in the street. I could care less. This is them marching right here. But this is like one of these things like, wait, this is what white guys do. What are these black guys doing? I don't know what to say about this. Ugh. And here's them marching. Reparations now. At least she's handing out bottles of water. She's all about safety. Make sure to drink your water. Blurp is their slogan. But the Elmer Geronimo Pratt Gun Club. And so here are these white supremacists asking for illegal migration to stop. Unbelievable. Look at these white people. I feel like I'm looking at Tucker Carlson in the flesh. And considering he was using a single action revolver, you have to intentionally pull the hammer back to extremely far. Exactly. And see? That's why I have you on my I love your take, Papa. Yeah, you can't, it's not like an accidental. And then I think they did like all kinds of tests on the same firearm about like throwing it on the ground, seeing if it even fires and stuff like, or accidental fires, accidental discharge and all that BS. But I love when like black militias, heavily armed, are walking through the streets and liberals assume that like Republicans or conservatives would get mad about this. Like, no, dude. We're the ones advocating for this. You silly belches. All right, next story. Let's get down to some brass tacks. Speaking of brass tacks, U.S. President Joe Biden executive order canceling student debt. This is from Unusual Wales. Canceling some student debt loan will cost about $400 billion. About a quarter of funds owed, the Congress Budget Office has said. Thank God. Queen Bird, hello, my first time in the chat. Queen Bird, Queen Bird, Queen Bird, Queen Bird, Queen Bird. I could do like a Queen Bird dance. Where is I don't think I have one. Welcome. Pop some vitamins and hop on board of the sane train. Yes. Well, we're trying to be sane. I mean, you never know. You never know. Sometimes I could be off my rocker. You know, like the world is crazy. Let's just be real. Everyone's losing their minds at some point. But don't worry. We have the Fed is hiking the rates like crazy. And we're overspending like crazy. It's just a beautiful disaster. Are we going to be a country in 5 years? I'm not sure. But it's going to cost about $400 billion to cancel student loan debts. Again, for people that are making up to $250,000 a year. This isn't low-income people with couples combined making $250,000, which is just crazy. But here is what's some economist weighs in right here. A student loan forgiveness. Neutral says, I like this guy. These two guys, I feel like I could party with these guys. Let me take a drink of some of my Italian water.
Italia, Italia, Italia.
All right, sorry. Here we go.
Just because we can talk that way.
Papa says, in a technical term, geographically, yes, we will still be a country. In terms of constitution, I give 50-50. Yeah, well, big fan of the Constitution, but how did the Constitution stop us from shutting down in the COVID? I mean, these politicians don't give a crap about old laws written by old white men. They just pretend like they don't exist, and they're like, the courts won't. Even the courts might not back us, but we're gonna push it through anyways. Queen Bird, I appreciate you being here. It's awesome. Welcome to the community. Again, this isn't just like listen to me show. This is you're a part of this show as much as I'm a part of this show. You know what I mean? We're keeping each other sane. that's what I'm trying to do. And when I'm trying to cut through the BS and cut through the talking points, because 99% of what goes on in the news is just flat out lies. And so we have to talk about it. And that's how it is. Bop and poop and beep. Beep bop boop beep.
Jared, because we could be, like, I look forward to having you on, Jared, because we could be, I think of us like at a bar, sidling up to a bar, and because we can talk that way about things.
That's a very nice image.
Well, it is. And
dude, I would totally get a drink with these guys. They've been wiping their feet on the Constitution. It's not even being covered up. Exactly, Queen Bird. Already first chat in, and you're already hitting some nutcrackers.
I kind of, some of your colleagues come on and I don't really get anywhere. But with you, I think you're in on it. I think you know what's going on, so that I can be really.
Where are you going with this?
I'm going to tell you where I'm going with this. Here we go. It's been a brutal couple of weeks for the market, obviously. Awful inflation numbers.
Yes.
Now the likelihood of a hard landing, maybe even a global recession, according to some. The student loan forgiveness. In the middle of all this, adding hundreds of billions, even $1 trillion to the demand side.
Scotch drinkers, yes.
Doesn't that make the Fed's job even more difficult? Your allies, Larry Summers, Jason Furman, both warn that that's a problem. The president, once again, bowing to the far left. Does that justify, increasing demand and making things worse right at this time, Jared? I know you know. It's no way you can sell this to me with a straight face.
Wait a second. Let me try the following, because this is a fact that is not reflected in the rap you just gave me. And if you ask Jason and Larry about this, I think they'll agree. You should try and find out for yourself.
Okay.
The thing you left out was restart. That is, restarting student loan payments, which of course have been in forbearance since the pandemic began. That begins in January. And if you actually look at the numbers month by month, the amount of restart, even with debt forgiveness, basically offsets the amount of forgiveness.
What kind of
in
scotch
that
are we
sense,
drinking?
It's a bit of taking a log off the fire and putting an equal-sized log on it. So if you look at the inflation
Blue label.
implications, we've modeled this, we've looked at the numbers carefully, and again, I haven't seen those who understand this part of the plan disagree with this point. We think that the impact on inflation will be neutral because restart offsets forgiveness.
No, it won't.
The other thing that I always have a serious bone to pick with the administration is the bragging about reducing the deficit. So $3.1 trillion in.
God, this guy gets me. The whole reducing the deficit is one of the dumbest things. Just because you're spending less than we spent during the height of the pandemic doesn't make you a good leader. Oh God. But I feel like we're about to reach there as I get in, or about to get into how much the new Congress is now pushing for another $100 billion to Ukraine. $100 billion.
2020. $2.8 trillion in 2021. So now you're taking credit for lowering that to $1 trillion in 2022 because we don't have some of those pandemic.
I like bourbon too. I'm an Angel's Envy kind of girl.
Related expenses. Tax receipts have come in on those horrible, too low corporate taxes that you're always complaining about. So they're at record levels. But you don't believe $7 trillion in 3 years has anything to do with inflation being at 40-year highs, Jared? Really?
Well, first of all, that's a fair question. Let me get to that. But first of
Money
all,
is
let
made
me
up.
point out something that you blew by there. I think sometime, and good for you for putting it on your list. The part about
Somebody always, you always hear people make jokes about how it's like Monopoly money, and I'm not even gonna say, it's not even Monopoly money at this point, because you eventually will run out of money in the game of Monopoly. Like, that game only gives you an allowed amount. It's not, these people are playing Monopoly game with like thousands and thousands of games stacked on top of each other.
tax,
We're at
the
the
part
bar.
about tax receipts.
I'm ordering another one.
Please,
Like they have earned it.
I
I know.
appreciate that being on your list, because a lot of people leave that off and just think this is the natural roll-off of pandemic-induced fiscal policy. It's much more than that. And in fact, the percent increase in tax receipts into the
Exactly.
Treasury is actually larger than the percent declines in spending. It's 26% versus about 20%. And the reason for that is the very strong economic backdrop. I mean, you just had a conversation with Professor Siegel about how strong the job market's been. Of course, that's been historic. Almost 10 million jobs.
Again, 10 million jobs, because a lot of people are working 2 different jobs. They don't ever factor in these numbers. As long as it's like it sounds good, they're gonna say it. At least Monopoly money provides some entertainment. Yes, at least. How many people have gotten in an actual fight while playing Monopoly? I think I've definitely gotten to the point where people didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. I am pretty good at Monopoly. I don't know how. Maybe I'm just lucky, because I'm a white male. Fun stat: the total amount of Monopoly games seen to completion is 8.2 per decade. Well, then I'm like definitely a couple of those, because I will play until everyone is broke and I take all their money, because I'm an evil capitalist that doesn't believe in working hard, just believes in rolling dice. Build back Bolshevik. I've thrown a few thumples across the board. What is my character is always the car. Race car, baby. Let's go. I was always the battleship. All right. I freaking love that game, Battleship 2. That's also another great game. Okay, games. You can tell how boring this interview is. I mean, this guy is a bit of a shill for the administration, but the guy on the left that works for CNBC, he actually asks honest questions, which is rare to have in corporate media because they usually don't do that. Also, here's Biden today telling gas companies to lower the price at the pump. That's right. Gas companies. Gas companies. Not making it cheaper for energy to be made. He's going after mom and pop gas stations. Now, what kind of government does that sound like? Okay, here's Joe Biden saying exactly that. Othello.
And they're making a lot of profit, and the public is paying as part of the inflation. And but look, my message is simple. To the companies running gas stations and setting those prices at the pump, bring down the prices you're charging at the pump to reflect the cost you pay for the product. Do it now. Do it now. Not a month from now. Do it now. And it's going to stay people.
That's right. It's the gas station's fault for high gas prices, not anything this administration does. They are just looking after you, and inflation is his number one priority. You can still get gas for $1.49 at Taco Bell. God, get out of here. I am starting to read that seriously. I was like, oh, what? Where's this $1.49 Taco Bell? Holler at your boy. Didn't he say that a month ago? Yeah, he did. But this is not too long ago. This is Sunday, I believe. He went after it again. Is he blaming the Indian? Yes, he is. Yes. Anybody with a gas company, anybody with a locally owned BP or something, it's their fault. Lower it now.
Prices.
Oh, a government that does price caps and tells companies what price to pay for goods. We're in a good place for Americans. We're in a good place. Is he like pickles jar is hot, but those gas prices lead to low levels of satisfaction and regret. Exactly. Oh God, help us, man. We are just so screwed as a country. It's amazing how many people clap for this. They're just like, yeah. Why is he not lowering? Why aren't they lowering gas prices? They're just hoarding it. Isn't that Thank you, Queen. There you go. 10 points for Queen Bud. Yes. Oh, clown. American people, to the people running United States government and spending citizens' tax dollars, slow down your spending, stop borrowing and printing money. Do it now. Smaller government. Yes, truckster. Saying the obvious. I thought it was Putin's fault. How dare you, Nelson? Let's write to Nelson right now. Let's write to Nelson. You... Wait. You don't know anything. Wait, what should I say? I thought it was Putin's fault. You don't know anything. Help me in the chat. What should I say to them? Come on, man. It's only communism, Republican. It's only oh yes. Somebody write in the chat what I should write to this guy. I feel like I need something funny. No, it's Monday. It's Putin's fault. It's Tuesday. It's Thursday. It's Friday. It's gas station's fault. Yes, it's the gas station's fault on Monday. Yes. Right. It's only Putin's fault on Tuesdays. Today is Monday, idiot. Oops. Most people don't like tweets. Okay, sorry. Philly Belch. Twitter won't get that one. All right, next. Let's see if this guy responds to us eventually. Nelson, he seems like a nice guy. Oh, Giants fan? He deserves it. All right, let's keep going. All right, here's our energy secretary. She is a peach. God, she might literally be one of my least favorite people on the planet Earth. She just looks like an evil person that wants to take all your money.
This clean energy agenda incentivizes manufacturing in the United States. It incentivizes jobs that pay prevailing wages. It incentivizes worker training through apprenticeships.
Discountless
so much
Lauren.
to love. Of course.
She is a discountless Lauren. I'm gonna quote you at that. Discount Liz Warren. Are you on Twitter, Pickles? Just buy an electric car, you peasant. Says my Pickles. Okay. All right. Just buy an electric car. I know. Shut up.
Apprenticeships. So much to.
As a proud Michigander, I have put forth a petition to strip Granholm's right to be from the state of Michigan. I did the same thing for Madonna. Good. She's the worst. Perma ban from Twitter. Oh, congrats, man. What a beautiful. Are you on Truth? Are you on the Truth, bro?
To love. Of course, this won't happen overnight. This clean energy agenda incentivizes manufacturing in the United States. It incentivizes jobs that pay prevailing wages. It incentivizes worker training through apprenticeships. So much to love. Of course, this won't happen overnight.
Just Gab.
We call it a transition for a reason. We have to ensure that this is a managed transition, one that really never loses sight of the nation's current energy demands or of the communities that have helped power the nation for over a century. And that means decarbonization through addition, meaning growing the energy pie and growing it clean. Actually, the transition is really a transformation, a transformational opportunity. America seizing the opportunity to build this whole new industrial sector that will help the world decarbonize. And it means creating new clean energy jobs and retaining opportunities for fossil energy workers through skills-matched jobs.
I like how they push like green energy like it's God's gift to green earth. Like it's all good. You're not going to lose your job. Everything's fine. Shut up and move on. Just Gab. I like Gab. I feel like I can't grow on Gab, and maybe it's just me. I don't know. I like Gab because it's the only true free speech platform. Just don't ask me to back up anything that comes out of my mouth. Exactly. Of course, millions will suffer for my cause. Quit your whining, you poor. Hey, thanks for the subscription. Welcome to the channel. Hey, what the heck? Why didn't I do my green? Whatever. Kaylon, what up? I'm still alive after my date. Faye, what's up? You're new to the chat too. Green energy isn't even green. How dare you? How dare you say that? Green energy is green. You don't get it. Oh, no, it's not. I don't know who those people were, but I apologize. Kaylon, tell us about your date. Because I know you were worried about her not drinking. And I don't know. But you said she was hot, so. Faye. That's a great name. Once you get the carbon neutral, then AI, then take their jobs. Oh, they took our jobs. Joe Biden has announced that she was 12. Oh my God, we're about to get to that clip. God, it's like, that clip is so, no, not that one. All you 15-year-olds come over here. That's the one. Dude, she was 12, I was 30. That tour, that'd be a great comedy tour name. Hey, problematic bitch. It's me, problematic bitch. I think I'm gonna unblock her just so she comes back. I miss her. She was like lighting up my chat. Aloha. I just came. Whoa, we got a Hawaiian over here. I just came across your channel. Awesome. Dropping aloha's all up in here. The things we do to date hot leftists. Are they even that hot though? Come on, conservative people. Anybody other than a leftist is hot, right? I mean, like anybody that I could just say like facts over feelings. Do you realize problematic bitch is probably like a 20-year-old guy, right? Yes, I do. I assume it's either like a nerdy guy that is by himself at home that's trying to get a rise out of me, or it's like a 13-year-old little boy. I can't figure out like which one it is, but I feel like that's pretty much what happens whenever I do live shows and somebody starts trolling me. As long as it's funny, I keep the trolls in the chat. But if they're just like being like abusive the whole time, it just gets boring. It's just like, okay, you're not adding anything funny to this show. What if it wasn't for the god-awful tattoos? Kaylon says the date went fine. We ate pure Italian pizza. Pure Italian? Wait, what's pure Italian pizza? I like that. Why? Because of the right candidate got voted in this yesterday. I knew you were far right. She drank pina colada. Oh, I drank mojito. We went on a dance. I thought you said she didn't want to drink. Not Hawaiian. Husband is in the military station in Kami. Oh, sorry. I got a friend stationed in Hawaii right now. Do you like Hawaii? I feel like Hawaii would be kind of tough to live with. It's so expensive there. I've heard crazy chicks are great. Crazier the better. That's what they always say. Glad to hear it. Way to go, man. Pure Italian. You fascist, racist. Yeah. Oh, non-alcoholic pina colada. So she likes sugar. That's what's up. I think I had a non-alcoholic pina colada when I was like 16. And I thought it was like so cool. It's like, can I order one of these, Mom? I guess. I'm drinking alcohol right now. How dare she be against open borders? Oh, seriously. Or those people behind me in this photo, they were against open borders. But again, let's continue down the line as Joe Biden talks about how inflation is his number one priority. And this is a video that he put out this weekend. It's very important that we spend $11 billion on climate change to poorer countries. What?
Last month, I signed the biggest climate bill in history, the biggest ever, $369 billion to slash emissions by nearly.
Do you hear that? There's like a weird clapping. Oh, it's Global Citizen Festival. Duh. Did anybody watch that garbage? It's pricey, but if you're an active duty or DoD employee, it doesn't affect you as much. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah.
Last month, I signed the biggest climate bill in history, the biggest ever, $369 billion to slash emissions by nearly half. This is a whole new chapter for America and for the planet. And we have to do a lot more. I pledged $11 billion a year to help poor countries fight climate change. Working with Congress, with your help, we can get this done. Last month,
it's like, at this point, it's not even real money. Like, I pledge $1 billion, trillion, gajillion dollars to help fight climate change. He's doing everything he can to hopefully get the Democrats reelected this November because they're absolutely trash. 11 billion could have been used. Oh my God. Don't even. Kalon, the border is secure. Our borders are said so. How dare you? There's COVID. Oh, of course. 369 billion. That's a lot of money sending to Ukraine. Oh no, 369 billion. That's in the Inflation Reduction Act, Papa. It's inflation reduction. We're reducting our inflation. I want to refund all my tax dollars. Oh my God, I wish. Scratch that. I demand a refund. Taxation without representation. But yeah, this is just continuing down the trend from Biden this weekend, talking about how inflation is his number one thing. Such a lie. Also, right here, okay? This isn't like a joke anymore. Like at first, when the Ukraine war, Russian-Ukraine war, it was like really sad and crazy, and I didn't really understand what was going on. I think if we were all like honest, there was a lot of stuff we were relearning and thinking about because we're obsessed with our own politics and our own news for good reason. We're awesome, but now it's just like getting out of hand with money. Just a week ago, it was $15.3 billion we've given to Ukraine. Where's that money gone? I don't know. You don't know. We're not allowed to look into it. We don't know anything. You just have to deal with it. And a lot of that money is going to Lockheed, going to Raytheon, going to Northrop Grumman, #DOD, to supply these things. It's just being funneled, right? And then we get to this point right here. And this is coming out today. Today. U.S. Congress reached a preliminary agreement to provide about $12 billion in new assistance to Ukraine. $12 billion. That'll be $27 billion we spent on this. I thought we were getting out of wars. Joe Biden got us out of Afghanistan. We're done with, wars. It's too much money. Where's all the liberals that are just like, the military industrial complex, man? You don't see that anymore. Now it's just clapping. Now whenever I make a video that says like we shouldn't be sending any more money to Ukraine, it's just getting out of hand, not because of where our country is right now, where our inflation is right now, where our debt is right now, how high our interest rate. I mean, so many things are reaching a pinnacle point right now, and they're just like, yeah, 11 billion to fight climate change to poor countries, 12 billion to Ukraine. You're just like, what is going on? The left has become the man. Good, spot on, Fei. It's just, won't that make 52 billion? I understand 400 billion. I was under the, maybe we got different numbers. I was under the impression that we've sent like 16 billion. But I think it's just like the executive orders at this point. If you try to look up how many executive orders Joe Biden has done on the internet, good freaking luck. You cannot find those answers. But when Trump was president, they had like a ticker. And during that time, Biden kept saying, what does Trump think he's like a king or something with all this? But let's not forget what's going on in Ukraine right now. We have the Halyna Zelensky Foundation. This has officially been launched. The foundation's primary goal is to restore Ukrainians' human capital to so that every Ukrainian feels physically and mentally healthy, protected, and able to exercise their right to education, work, and build a future in Ukraine. This just came out. A new foundation. Oh, so it's not that. Where are you guys getting money for this thing? It's just like, I thought you're in war right now and we're making a little foundation. Here we go. Celebrate this. Celebrate. Celebrate this now. Oh my God, Matt Damon. Oh my God. Papa says, remember the baby formula crisis? Biden sent literally 20 to 30 times more money to Ukraine to feed our starving babies. The left doesn't care about babies. They want you to kill your babies. This world is overpopulated, Papa. Due to climate change, we need to reduce how many babies you want. Okay. I'm sick of your babies pooping in diapers and probably growing up to be white supremacists anyways. Operation Fly Formula, 28 million. Oh gosh, you know, this is the price you pay for using a phone as a freaking as a camera. This is the price you pay. Oh God. God. Sorry, somebody was calling me because I'm so cool. That's fine. I have no babies, nor do I have a vial. Yeah, pretty awesome. A vial? You have no vial, or you have no vibe? You have no vibe for your vial? Oh, now my camera's all messed up. You know, I have no producer. It's just me and a keyboard. Matt Damon for President of Ukraine. Okay, let's get back to the feels of this video because I was really feeling this. This is where some of your money is going to, so you need to be celebrating this right now. It was the IRS watching your schedule? Probably. Probably the FBI. You know, I'm on that list, and they're going to be like, we're going to arrest you for... were you at the Capitol January 6th? No. Oh, God, I don't know. We're going to get you for something, though. So, hypothetically, we found out in a few years Zelensky, Mises fund that U.S. sent the personal reasons would. Zelensky is now richer than ever. Explain that. He's got new houses and stuff. Again, do not ask questions where this money goes. It's just like whenever the U.S. government ever makes any bill about anything, if you actually get into the fine details of it, and then you're like, wait a minute, this isn't going to anywhere you say it's going on the title of this bill. And then if you ask that question, you are a racist. Okay? So don't ask questions. I mean, he was in Vogue, Ella. He's so hot right now. Do-do. Matt Damon. White guy. Rich white woman.
I invite everyone who feels like becoming a donor and contributor to join me and my foundation. I'm ready to be there for you, to introduce everyone and everything, to stand and work together for the result.
Oh my God, it's Hill Dog. Oh my God, it's freaking Hill Dog, dude. That's it. We need to send another $500 billion more to Ukraine. They don't have enough. That's impossible. Zelensky wears the same crappy green shirt every day, and if he was so rich, he'd be wearing designer suits. Yeah, like, what's his face from Facebook? Mark Zucker. That dude wears, like, the sketchiest stuff ever.
To stand and work together for the result. I believe it is a great opportunity to become the one who will rebuild Ukraine, to become meaningful people for the entire country, who will be remembered with gratitude for generations to come. So I invite you to support Ukraine, a country of free and brave
Gucci whale skin.
A country where we can make the world a better place. My foundation and I will be pleased and honored to walk this path with you.
Is that Jimmy Fallon? What the fuck? Like, what the frick, dude? Oh my gosh. What is going on in the world? Like, what? What? I don't get it. I don't, like, is this in their contract or something? Like, why is Jimmy Fallon there? It doesn't make any sense. Hey, we got a Rumble chat. Cord says, Zelensky production is so cringe, so much better than Democrats. That's true. So these guys got Matt Damon, Jimmy Fallon. How is that a good thing? I don't know. It's not. It just shows you how fake what's going on, I think. Because if it was genuine pain, you wouldn't have to send celebrities to speak for it, to be honest. And I think, again, it just shows again that, you know, the people that will lose in the end is the Ukrainian people. It's the people, the little people that are forced to fight and forced to do these things. Why these elitists just march around and have their corporate dinners and with the help that are probably masked up. It's just disgusting. And it doesn't make any sense how anybody claps this that's not part of their club, you know? It's a big club and you're not in it.
This is an extremely noble cause, and I encourage all of you to join in. People, companies, foundations. Ukraine knows how to be grateful. Thank you, everyone who supports us. Thank you, everyone who supports Halyna Zelenska Foundation. Thank you, friends of freedom. Slava Ukraini.
Also, what is the deal with Zelensky and him pretending he's like using a laptop computer right now? Just use a phone like I'm using. It doesn't look like crap. I know it's his go-to look to show like how serious. Jimmy Fallon is one of the most unfunny humans on the face of the planet, 100%. That's not my opinion. The science has been proven over a decade ago. Dude, 100%. I can't stand Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon on SNL had some funny moments, but he would break character every time and laugh every time. It drove me nuts. He sounds like Armin Zola from Hydra. Live from his Florida mansion. Man, exactly. Thank you, Pickles. I knew you knew. It's just like such... Like, why aren't you there? It's just like completely emotion-based and to pull at your heartstrings. I wish it was genuine. You know, it's like people get caught up in this war. I know like good people that are so caught up in this war and just think it's like a war versus good versus evil. Those wars are like far and few between, if ever, you know. They still deny like their links to like white supremacy in the Azov battalion. Like they still pretend like that doesn't exist. But you know, we got to send more money because we have to. Biden said last week that there's no amount of money that we won't spend, basically. So nobody questions the sheer amount of guest spots that Zelensky makes. No, I try to question it every time, and every time I question it, like he was at the DOD conference not too long ago, and people were just like, "Oh, how dare you? What's your problem? Like, how do you not see this is like not good?" They're clearly using this to funnel and continue to the military-industrial complex money. I mean, what else do you call this? His country has been invaded by Russians. How does he have any time to make a speech at the Grammy? I don't. You got me. I mean, I can understand like an occasional update on TikTok or something like that, but these like live speeches and stuff, it just seems so weird. It's straight up a mini season. The amount of folks that are still buying it really is. People genuinely think it's like a good versus evil, and if you say anything negative about Ukraine, it's like you are basically evil itself. I wish Winter Soldier was real so he can reduce crime in Ukraine. Yeah. Cords on Rumble says, I wonder if they are a nonprofit in the U.S. I think that's what this is. It's probably not U.S. based though for tax reasons. Why would they do that? Then there would be trails. Biden will give away our entire Navy if he could. 100%. Well, it's a global thing, you know? Why does America need to have one of the best navies in the world? That's an elitist attitude of you. We should not be the best. We are just one of the world. I think I read some report not too long ago too that like we gave away up to 7 years of equipment that we made to Ukraine. 7 years. So there goes that. It's not like we're heading towards World War III as Putin talks about using a nuke. And everyone was just like joking. And it's like, yeah, America's not involved in this war at all. Yeah, we are. The Azov Battalion isn't a group of Nazis. They changed their emblem. It doesn't look like swastikas anymore. Yeah, exactly. It's just a spider web.
Thank you everyone who supports Olena Zelenska Foundation. Thank you, friends of freedom. Slava Ukraini.
Whoa, who's that? Is that Gina Carano? That better not be. I'm just kidding. I don't think so. Okay. To stop this war, we need to put a new president. Yeah. The sad part is that if you do the minimum amount of research, you'll know that the war in Ukraine reeks worse than dude, I know. There are old stories in like New York Times about how we don't need to get involved over there. How does one become a friend of freedom? And what is freedom? I mean, I know he took down like outlets that were doing any sort of pro-Russian agenda or were critiquing anything Zelensky did. I mean, he's not about freedom either. I mean, he's a perfect leftist, you know? It's free as long as you believe what I believe. I thought I was going to cry until it turned out to be just gas. No. You didn't feel it? Oh. Speaking of feeling it, all right, I'm done. I'm done with Ukraine for the day. Speaking of feeling it, here's Carrie Lake. Carrie Lake goes scorched earth on Liz Cheney.
Well, I know that this is one of your top priorities to clean up the border should you win in November. I want to point out what Liz Cheney has said about you when speaking at this Texas Tribune conference yesterday. She says, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure Carrie Lake is not elected. Your reaction?
That might be the biggest, best gift I've ever received. I mean, the people of Wyoming can't stand her. I'm pretty much sure that the people of Arizona don't like Liz Cheney. You know, here's the deal, Maria. The Republican Party, the new Republican Party, is the party of we the people. It is no longer the party of warmongers. And so Liz Cheney probably should change her voter registration. Turns out she really is a Democrat after all.
Well, let's talk about your agenda. She said it does include campaigning with the Democrats to make sure that you don't win. Well, I know that this is...
That'd be like a dream of mine to have Liz Cheney say something like that about me. I mean, imagine. It's amazing how the left has embraced Liz Cheney and the Cheneys in general when they used to hate them in the late 90s and early 2000s. Times have changed, bruh. Freaking Carrie Lake. Carrie Lake's a babe. I don't care what anyone says, even though she looks like a little bit of a ghost right there. Too much foundation on you, boo. I feel like Carrie Lake could kick my ass in air hockey. Oh my god, dude. I could kick your ass in air hockey, dude. Every time I play air hockey, I almost murder somebody. It's always like... I hit that thing way too hard, if you know what I mean. That's what she said. I feel like Carrie Lake, girl fight. Now, if we could get Carrie Lake and Liz Cheney on the next UFC card, I'm buying. I'm buying for all. You're right, Papa the bald guy missing the white cat on his lap. Whoa, I feel like I just missed something. Cords on Rumble says, and it's like Willie from Cords Lake, Arizona. Oh, exactly. But imagine Liz. Why do these people like feel like they need to like talk? Go away, Liz Cheney. take the L and leave. Derek, anybody can kick my ass in hockey. Oh, Klaus Schwab. Okay, gotcha. Dude, Klaus Schwab is like, he's like the epitome. He's like Gavin Newsom. He's like, he doesn't seem real, and how evil he looks. You're just like, if I could picture a terrible human being or like the evil 90s boss, it's you, bro. Like, you don't, I know you want to be president, but you look like you're getting ready to start global domination. like you just, and Klaus Schwab in his little suit. That Klaus Schwab suit. Let's say Klaus Schwab suit. That Klaus Schwab suit is what really gets me. It's so hot right now. Oh my God. This suit. How's that even real? How is that real? How is that freaking real? It's so dumb. How could you take anything seriously this person has to say? We will be one country. Fetterman is number 2. Dude, Fetterman's totally there though. Okay. Biden had a speech impediment according to the left while he was running for president. Now they're considering maybe the guy has some cognitive decline, even though he continues to say ridiculous things. Here's John Fetterman, who they claim is totally fine and should be good to go to run. And you're a bigot if you criticize. So it sounds very familiar from when Biden was running. But here's John Fetterman right here.
And the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles. No.
Yeah, the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles. I mean, you can't, like, come on, man. Just bow out. Like, have some dignity. If you're married to this person, you're with this person, you tell them it's not your time to run, dude. Maybe go through some rehab, go get your life in order. Dr. Oz won't be conservative. He'll be a stupid liberal that pretends to be conservative. I'm sure of it. So just Pennsylvania will be fine. If you're a liberal, like this, come on. This is not somebody who just accidentally said this.
And the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
No. It's not funny. It's just sad. But I think it's the people like in the crowd and the corporate media that, speak for him and tell him that he's fine. Those are the problems. But they don't care. As long as their agenda gets passed, they don't care if it's a dead man in a wheelchair. They'll vote for him. And that's how stupid our politics is at this moment. It's like he could literally be dead and not talking, and they would speak for him and do all the campaigning for him and tell everyone how great of a job he's done, pull up old clips of him talking. Like, it doesn't matter. They will. That's how evil these people are. They don't actually care if you're a human being or alive or not. It's just so weird. Fetterman looks like he managed a hoagie joint to the ground. I know. Schwab is one. Court says Eagles are good at beating themselves. That is true. The Eagles are good this year, though. Give it up. I mean, you got to give it up for the Eagles. They're good this year. What are you gonna do? All right. This is a clip from this weekend. We have one of my favorite people in the world, Ana Navarro, from The View. Brilliant. Top 10 deepest thinking intellectuals of our age. And then we have Abraham Enriquez, who's totally a white supremacist. I know he's Latina. He's Latinx, is what I meant to say. But he's wrong. He's racist and terrible. All right, listen to this. I think she's about to lose her mind. You are about to lose your mind.
Well, good morning, John, and good morning to everyone. Listen, I want to first start off by saying that as a first-generation Mexican-American, I'm very sympathetic to what's going on at the border and the lives of the migrants. As Anna mentioned, just coming to our U.S. border is a miracle within itself if they survive to make it to our U.S. border. However, this talk of a lawsuit really to me sounds like election year political theater. Look, what the governor did was offer transportation for migrants who were homeless and needed refuge. And it was voluntary basis, right? The governor's office has released the waivers both in English and in Spanish. But the frustration that we're hearing from people in Texas, specifically South Texas, is how the media is making this a big deal just because it comes from a wealthy city like Martha's Vineyard, when hardly no conversations being had of Tucson, Arizona, El Paso, Brownsville, Harlingen, Eagle Pass, which, by the way, we don't get 50 migrants a day, we get thousands. So what we're talking about and what we're saying is it's easy to have empathetic values or insights to open border and weak border policies if you live in the Upper East Side of Manhattan or Malibu. But these are our communities and these are our resources that are being strained. And all we're asking for is for other states, which, by the way, have sanctuary city laws, to start picking up their weight in this crisis that we have caused by the lack of attention from our president.
Frankly, Abraham, I don't know how you as a Mexican American, and I don't know how you can, with a straight face, say that what the governor was simply offering was transportation. Please don't be so cynical. It's a little early in the morning. You know damn well that it was much more than that. Yes, he's trying to bring attention to the crisis on the border, and he's trying to do it through a political stunt by sending these two blue states, blue cities. Let's call it what it is. It is a political stunt. And please don't use your Hispanic last name to come on here and try to, justify this as just offering transportation. If it had been offering transportation, it didn't need to go to a Republican donor. He didn't need to pay more than 3-4 times the amount that it would have cost. He could have simply called the Office of Refugee Resettlement. There are actual organizations in the United States that do this and are funded to do this without this type of thing. The one who wants the media attention is Ron DeSantis.
Abraham?
So I actually spend a lot of time in our southern border, and I invite you to come down and celebrate National Hispanic Heritage Month down there. You'll probably see all of the Hispanic heritage celebrated there. And so that's why I'm saying that what we're seeing in our southern border is lack of attention. Our Border Patrol agents are overworked. There is no federal resources that are even trickling down to our border. So in order for us to say that flying migrants who were homeless, Anna, who had no food, who had no shelter, to a city in a sanctuary state that has more than enough resources is bad, to me, that is complicit to what's going on.
They were
and
tricked.
Quite honestly, Anna, you can be a Republican by conviction, or you can be a Republican by convenience, and I choose to act on a conviction.
Let Essie get in here. Essie?
Wow. What an incredible interview, though. I agree. Don't do interviews on CNN. They won't give you your take. But, I mean, if that's not a perfect example of her elitist attitude about what's going on at the border, again, yes, what DeSantis did was a political stunt. Of course it was. But sometimes you need to do things that are in the gray area, not very kind, whatever, to prove a freaking point. It took him doing that for us to even have a conversation. This conversation on CNN would have never happened without that. Not only that, those people signed waivers, and then they reported on MSNBC they were grateful for what DeSantis did. So they didn't seem like they were swindled or tricked there. But as always, these people, especially in CNN, the Democrats especially, their base is rich people. They're more concerned about their welfare than these poor people in Eagle Pass. Who cares? Who cares about Eagle Pass? They deal with it every day. They're used to it. I know they're being bombarded, and as we did last week, where companies are being shut down because their people are stealing from them, breaking into their houses, like that other dude that had his grandpa barricaded in a house with illegal immigration migrants. These people's lives are being ruined, and they're still talking about 50 people being sent to a beautiful resort place and were forced to leave by the military the next day. They're more concerned about the optics because then they have to address it. Then they have to talk about it. These people are ridiculous. They don't care. It's incredible how many apologists there are for these type of people anyways, because it makes no freaking sense. Because they don't care about you. They just care about themselves. It was kind of like, it was like the pandemic when people were saying like, we're in this together. And then like you would have all these celebrities doing private videos from their beautiful homes saying we're in this together. And you're like, bitch, you're not in this together with me. Look at your house. That looks like a city. You aren't struggling right now. We are struggling. I mean, have some like empathy or learn to be self-reflective every once in a while. It'll do some good, Anna Navarro. It'll do some good, far leftist who thinks like rules for thee and not for me. I mean, you would never. I mean, who would you invite to a party? I mean, that should tell you everything. Bobby, you're right. It's unfair and unsufferable. No, exactly. She's wearing designer tiger striped camo. This is wrong on so many levels. It's her way of telling you how much richer she is than you. She will even buy expensive, ugly clothes. My personal favorite is when Gavin Newsom was caught multiple times hosting lavish dinner parties while freezing the wear mat. Oh my God, dude. Seriously though, the whole Gavin Newsom thing. I need to like fix my gamma. All right. The whole Gavin Newsom thing was like so crazy. And the fact that he is, not only is he still like, did he win? The fact that like, okay. The fact that like he thinks that he should run for president is like borderline insane to me. It really is. Like, I just don't understand how anybody could be for this person. He is literally like the evil character from a 90s film. God, my green screen is weird today. All right. Who would I invite to the party? Carl Weathers. Freaking Carl Weathers. All right. I don't know if you noticed also that Pelosi got booed this weekend, which is hilarious. She's just not having... She's doing her thing. Oh, what? You know, I gotta fix what's going on in my life right now. Okay. Concentrate. Okay. Okay. All right. Freaking Nancy Pelosi. Poor girl. Psych. She is like the epitome of the worst. Boom. Woo! She is hated. Only somebody like her would get voted in in her own district, because no way if she was up for a general election she would ever win anything. Nancy Pelosi is the reason why I'm active on my YouTube channel. She's definitely one of the reasons why I engage. She's just obnoxious. Here is Biden's cringe of the day, though. I hope everyone's ready for Biden's cringe of the day. He's so cringy, it's ridiculous. It's rather gratifying to call her a "see you next Tuesday" on a weekly basis. I know. I like that she's like finally getting called out for some of her not so inside trading. Whatever, man. But here's Biden's cringe of the day. Last week we had she was 12, I was 30. You better say hi to me. And now we have everybody under 15 come here. creepy grandpa, creepy dad, or just a good-hearted old man? You be the judge. You tell me.
Come here, boy. Come here. Get over here, boy.
That kid, look at that kid. That kid walk up is like, I don't know if I understand it. Well, my dad hates you.
Come on, you guys get it. Oh, y'all look over here. Come on, honey. I got a daughter who teams all states, so come on. All right. Come on over here. Come on, baby.
Oh my God, it's my son. Don't you touch my son. No. Do not talk to him. I'm so sorry, son. I failed you as a dad. I failed you, bro. Good boy, you ran. Oh, God. Everybody under 15, come on down. All right. Come on. Hold up, is that an Atlanta Braves jersey? That is racism. That's so much racism. Oh, my God, racism. Everybody, racism. Do not do the chop here. Do not. Oh, don't do that. Don't do. Oh, do not do that. Oh, don't do it. Don't you freaking do it. Oh, don't do it. Everybody under 15, come on down. That kid does know what's up. Okay. Oh, we only have a couple videos left and one news article that is just amazing and almost too good to be true. It seems fake. Doesn't seem real. But today, Jen Psaki was used in the press conference with Queen Jareen Abdul-Jabbar. I feel like I'm gonna get so much shit for saying that, but I don't care. She was used when Jen Psaki this weekend talked about how Democrats are probably gonna lose due to crime rates, and it's gonna be an easy talking point. But today, what did our press secretary say back? Here's Jen Psaki, aka my mommy.
They also know that crime is a huge vulnerability for Democrats. I would say one of the biggest vulnerabilities.
Jen Psaki says that crime is a huge vulnerability for Democrats. Why would she say that?
I don't agree with your characterization of what she actually said.
That's right. You have it wrong. I know you hear it with your own ears and eyes. You might even see it on closed captioning and read it yourself. But you're reading it wrong. You're dyslexic. You're not understanding. We're not in Orwellian times. The emperor has no words have no meaning. You can just reframe it. We're not in a recession. Inflation isn't that bad. Gas prices are coming down. Don't worry about it. It's 100% effective. Just take it. God. This is literally why I started this channel. Because I was tired of the gaslighting, I was tired of the lies, and I couldn't hold it anymore. I needed some kind of outlet, so I started this channel. Because you're basically going crazy at this point. These people will just lie to your face. Even if they say Jen Psaki is her old boss, her old daddy, the person that she took the job from, and she's saying you're mischaractering her words, you owe her a debt. You do not say that. That's what she said. But yeah, we live in crazy times. I disagree with the direct quote. You just need to read me. Yeah, exactly. How dare you directly quote the quote? Directly quoted. God. I mean, the audacity, the arrogance it takes to just say that with a straight face and look at Peter Doocy and say, what's wrong with you, man? I mean, why would you mischaracterize? Why would you misquote her? Why would you put words into her mouth? You're lying to her, bro. What's wrong with you? You're like, wait a minute, this is what I read. I saw it just this morning. I could have sworn. What's going on? But again, Karine is a good person. Biden's a good person. They never lie. They're good people, and I trust them. I trust them with my heart, soul, and mind. Hey, if you're under 15, come here. God. All right, here we go. I watch these videos. I'm like, how are people on their side of the aisle just seeing this and going, yeah, what's wrong with you, Peter Ducey? I'm sick of your crap. Jen Psaki has an amazing ability to look unpleasant regardless of any circumstances. Oh, because she's a ginger? Oh my God, Papa. Oh my God, I'm putting you in freaking timeout. I'm freaking sick of this. Getting upset. Yes, I'm getting upset. All right, here we go. All right. This news article right here is almost too good. Karine Jean-Pierre has an amazing ability to kill people's brain cells by simply talking. Yes. How dare you say that? She is one of the greatest orators of our time. All right. I don't know if this article is real, but I swear to God it is real. And it's from Pink News. Here we go. Why can't gay or lesbian twins have sex with or marry each other? Why is incest wrong between same-sex siblings? What the Game of Thrones shit is this, man? What is going on? You're not going crazy. Oh my God. Corral, Roll Tide. Get out of here with Roll Tide, dude. Why can't gay or lesbian twins have sex with or marry each other? Why is incest wrong between same-sex siblings? Oh, perfect. If you watch Game of Thrones, you'll know that there's absolutely nothing wrong with effing your siblings in Westeros. I don't even want to go into this article because it's just so stupid. But these are the times we live in. All right. Praise God, dude. God, praise God. All right. Roll Tad. You would get upset over my words. I often forget that gingers have emotional maturity of a toddler. My bad, Ginger. God. I'm going to freaking mess you up, boy. God. How dare you? Okay, fine. Let's go there. All right, let's read the article. Why not? Jaime and Cersei Lannister make a really great couple, and aside from Joffrey, their kids turn out to be pretty great. Let's not forget that the Targaryens, who always used to marry brother and sister, keep bloodlines pure. Bloodlines pure? That's the most leftist thing ever. However, even George R.R. Martin's fictional word of incest is frowned upon. Wait, what is incest? What is this? What is incest, and why is it so taboo? Because it's gross? Incest is simply sexual activity. It's simply just sexual activity between family members and close relatives. The English word is derived from the Latin word incestuous, which means impure or the Targaryen dynasty, incest was probably the direct cause of their downfall. Probably. For one, incest is illegal and frowned upon. For one, it's illegal. I don't even care if it was legal. Upon no good because inbreeding. Children of biologically related parents have a higher possibility of congenital birth defects. Yes. First degree relatives, your parents. Ugh, oh God, this is just like gross. Your children, your siblings are the individuals that share 50% of your genes with. The problem is with having sex with with relatives is that there is astonishingly high chance your offspring will be born with a serious birth defect. Psychology Today states, like we can trust them. It's just, I just can't, okay. Ew, the gay twin porn. What is going on with this world? Twin porn, fox cess, another incest porn fetish. What is the people's deal? All right. I can't even. Sometimes you just read things and you're just like, you hate the world you live in. And the fact that that it was Jeffrey to be king, he needed to be pure-blooded Baratheon because the South Baratheon has both Targaryen, which is probably why he sucks so hard. Papa coming in hot with the got theology. Next to the punish to normalize necrophilia. Oh my God, dude, Queen, 100%, 100%. Well, their goal is to legalize all sexual activity because you're a bigot if you think that it has to be a certain way. They went from the generation of like, I'm showing you how open-minded I am by allowing my gay son to be son, to like now those kids have grown up and they're just like, I'm going to show you how open-minded I am. You're allowed to have sex with dead bodies. What? How dare you say otherwise, bigot? Don't mess with me when it comes to the Song of Ice and Fire. You will. I bet, man. I haven't watched the new episode yet from House of Dragons. I'm glad we got some nerds in here. All right. Now that we're done with incestual gayness, like what the frick, dude? I just saw this article being passed around today. I was like, no way, this is real. Yep, it's real. And you can't do it because genetic defects. Other than that, it should be totally okay, according to what it seems like from what I'm reading. It's stuff like this that makes me thankful that I quit porn. Hey, good for you, Papa. Good for you, man. Good for you. Porn is like one of the worst things mentally you can do, especially as a man. It ruins your relationships. It ruins your relationship with your significant other. There are just so many studies. Also, it's just as addictive as meth in many ways. What it does to your dopamine levels. I could go hours about how bad porn is for you. What country is that article written from? It's United States. Most states, according to court decisions, are cool with incest. Yeah, United States. Yeah. It's Pink News. What's wrong with you? Don't you read Pink News? I've never even heard of Pink News until today. Because I saw people passing that article around. And I was like, no way that's real. Yep, it's real. I mean, let's see what else. I just closed the tab. If we just go to their main source. This is our main page of Pink News. Italy's next PM, Georgina, is far-right leader who rallied against LGBTQ lobbies. House of Dragons, messy, queer, melodramatic. I mean, I think it's just like queer news or something. All right, I'm done. But before I finish with this last video is one of my favorite comedians, and he has a new series coming out, and I think everyone should go to it. You guys know who Shane Gillis is? He's like literally one of my favorite comedians. But he put out a new trailer for a new series he's putting together, and I was like, I have to show it. I have to pass it along because Shane Gillis is one of my favorite comedians right now. I put him up there with Tim Dillon as far as comedians, hot new comedians, just must-see comedians. If you haven't seen Shane Gillis's stand-up comedy special on YouTube, you got to do it. You got to watch it. It's so good. He's not like woke, which is why Shane Gillis is the SNL guy that got kicked out of SNL because he said some kind of off-the-cuff Chinese Asian joke. Next moment, yes, okay, but he just put this out today, right when I was putting this show together. So here is Shane Gillis's new trailer to his new show. If you go to gillyandkeeves.tv.
Shane? This is my new boyfriend, Ryan. He's a doctor. He actually played pro hockey, too.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Who, this loser? No, I'm just messing with you.
Oh, hey, man.
Yeah, right, idiot.
Shane! I still love you.
what?
Incredible. Must see. Ew, where's the porn vital student? Wait, I mean, you do whatever you need to do, but I'm just telling you about like the actual psychological effects that happen with porn. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I'm not telling you how to live your life, but when you're here to think, to listen, I'm here for you, brother. Yeah, brother. All right. I appreciate you guys for joining me. It means a lot to me that you come out and hang out with me, and we get through some of these videos together of the crazy times where we're living in. I mean, we went from a black militia group walking around downtown Austin, which I totally celebrate, fully armed to the teeth, to Joe Biden asking 15 and unders to come here. So, and then we talked about incest. So let's just say the least this show is interesting, I hope. We live in a crazy time. Good show, Queen. Hey, Queen Bird, thanks for coming in and hanging out. It means a lot to me that you do so. You guys are awesome. You guys are good people. I appreciate you guys. We live in a crazy time, and I think we need community more than ever, especially having a community that we feel that we can be ourselves with, open and honest with, and real with. Ran the gambit. That's what I try to do in my show. I try to find news and interesting things that I find interesting throughout the day and throw it together. Been my pleasure. Good. Always a good time. Thanks, Papa. I appreciate you. But you guys are the best people. Feel free to share this podcast, share videos I made earlier today, and tell your friends and family about the Derek O'Shea Show. I appreciate you guys. I never want to say bye. You know what I mean? It's like, but I will be live tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Come hang out, come party, come do your thing. Should I go 7 p.m. or 6 p.m.? What do you guys like, 6 p.m. Eastern or 7 p.m. Eastern? Get in the chat. Tell me. I feel like 6 p.m. Eastern might be my time. I just feel like there are too many good shows that start later that I don't want to compete with. Come dressed reasonably. I will. I wear my green screen shirt. This is my my YouTube shirt because I just think having a green screen shirt is hilarious. I don't know if it is hilarious. It's probably stupid, but you never know. Tell me in the chat what's a good time. 6 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm curious. Does it matter? Do you care? Cutting edge. Cordsville, appreciate that. I got to close up the gun counter tomorrow, so I'm going to have to miss out, sadly. What? Send me some ammo. That's all I ask. That's all I want. Just send me some ammo. It blows out my lungs. All right. Drop a like if you're new. Click subscribe. All that good stuff. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Tell your friends and family. Bye.